Hello guys, how are you today guys? Have a good day. Today our topic is about measuring of insulations, resistance, testings, and then lots of informations related how you do the testings itself. So let me start the presentations. By the way guys, if you are new in this channel, please don't forget to support, like and subscribe and share to your colleagues. We'll start. Inspection and test procedures. So first you need to have ITP. So this is inspection and test procedures. So what is this ITP? First, we have acceptance testing. So the guidance of how to proceed our inspections, neither factory acceptance testing, neither during material receiving, installations, during the construction stages, and up to pre-commissioning and commissioning. Then guidance and experience testing professionals should also be sought when making decisions concerning the result, test data, and their significance overall analysis. So every testings that we carried out that should be registered, and we have a form, we have a format to do that. Every company there is a format, there is a guidelines that is followed as per international standards, okay, or they have a local standard. So testing personnel, technicians, inspector, or those who are experienced during the inspections, during the testings, during the commissionings and pre-commissionings, this should experience, and they know what kind of testings that to be carried out, what kind of materials, instrument tools to be carried out and using as well. So as you can see there, they must evaluate the test data and make adjustments on the serviceability of the specific equipment. Okay, that's the testing personnel. So measurement insulations testing resistance, IR, IR test. So this is our value. So maximum volt rating of equipment, measure size, and IR value. For example, 250 volts. The mega size injections with 500 volts. The result is 25 mega ohms. So that 250 volts, that is our volts rating of our equipment. And then 600 volts followed by 5 kV, 8 kV, 8000 volts, 15 kV, 25 up to 69 kV. So 69 kV, 15 volts, 15,000 volts, and 100,000 mega ohms. That is our reference. So 1 mega ohms rule for IR value for equipment based upon equipment rating. Okay, 1 kV is equals 1 mega ohms minimum, 1 kV is equals 1 mega ohms. Medium and low voltage installations at a pressure of 500 volts applied between each live conductor and its and earth for a period of 1 minute. So every inspection, every testing, so we consider that's a 1 minute durations. Okay. Steps for measuring of the IR of transformer. So now we're discussing about IR of transformer. Shut down the transformer and disconnect the jumper and lightning arrestor. So this is their procedure. Discharge the winding capacitance, thoroughly clean all bushing, short circuit winding, guard the terminal to eliminate surface leakage over terminal bushing, and so on and so forth. See, you can see here, apply test voltage in 60 seconds, transformer neutral bushing, LV source diverter, earth connections are to be disconnected. So this is how prior to start all your testings, this is the steps, okay, to do your measuring. Then IR value for transformer. So another informations, insulation resistance tests are made to determine insulation resistance from individual winding to ground between individual windings. Insulation resistance test commonly measures directly in mega ohms or may be calculated from measurements of applied voltage and leakage current. Okay, then as you can see here, we have there informations how to do the testing, IR testing. So it's B earth and it's BLB from the meter, how you connect. Okay, that's all the informations. Transformer winding are left floating for insulation's resistance. Solidly grounded, treat as a part of grounded sections of the circuit. So you have the idea guys how to do the testing, okay, for the transformer. So another value of the transformers, you can see there, 415 volts down to 132 kV to 220 kV. DC test using the injection, you need to inject the voltage 500 volts to 1000 volts. Then test voltage for DC, its beside, and the minimum value of insulation resistance. So insulation resistance transformer coil. So that is our informations and our IR value of the tap changer. So for example, our tap changer, this is all the informations of our tap changers and motors. So for the tap changers, you can see for the motors, you can see here, this is our informations about our motors. Just read all of these informations if you are doing a motor testing. Okay guys, so for the motor again, continuation. So name plate voltage, so 250 volts down to 34,500 volts. The test voltage you can see, and minimum IR value, that is as per NITA. So submersible motor, this is the one. Okay, IR value, new motor, use motor installed, motor installation, new motor, this is the value. So HB test for the XLP cable guys, as per ITSA. New cables 1 kV, the results 100 mega ohms. New cables insulations 10 kV, then 1000 mega ohms up to 5 kV DC, and then 1000 mega ohms. That is our test voltage. So you need to inject 5000 volts. Then for 11 kV and 33 kV cables between cores and earth, this is our value. So almost the same. So this is how you do the testings, the connections for your instrument connected to phase, red, yellow, okay, blue, or if you have a 4 wire, RYBN, then 11 kV cables between cores and earth. So all of this information guys. So IR value measurements, if during periodical testing, insulation resistance of cable found between 5 and 1 mega ohms per kilometer at bored temperature, the subject cable should be programmed to replacement. So this is all the information guys. Insulation resistance of cables found between 1000 to and 1 kilo ohms per kilometer at bored temperature at the subject cable should be replaced urgently with a year. So the insulation resistance of cable found less than 100 kilo ohms per kilometer, the subject of cable must be replaced immediately or emergency cases. Just for your information only this. Your maintenance Maybe you can experience already this kinds of informations, this kind of testings of the cables to be replaced. Higher value for substations equipment. So generally measuring values of substations equipments are circuit breaker, CTPT or BT, and isolator, so down to LT switchgear. So this is all the informations, guys, for our substation equipment or our switchgear. So RR value for transmission and distribution line. So this is our equipment, substations equipment down to LT service lines. Okay, that was transmission line. And this is all our value for panel bus. As you can see the equipment, switchgear, cable, meter, transformer oil, field equipment, circuit breaker, relay. So this is the measuring, and this is our IR value. Okay, so this is all the informations that you need to remember, or else you need to copy this one, put that in your notes so that you have a reference value during your testing, neither equipment, neither your cables, because some of the peoples are questioning what kind of value that we can get this kind of testing, low voltage or high voltage, or maybe extra low voltage. Okay, so you have your guidance now. This is part of your reference if you don't have any references in your project in your company. So of course, basically most of our project right now, we have a procedures, we have ITP. There is a lot of procedures that already carried out in your project in the company. So IR testing for low voltage, this is the IR value. So minimum IR value 50 mega ohms, no electrical outlet. So 100 mega ohms, no electrical outlet. So this is for our home appliance. Required precautions, electronic equipment like electronic fluorescent starter, switches, touch switches, dimmer switches, power controller, delay timer could be damaged by the applications of the highest test voltage should be disconnected. Just like give you an sample in experience as well. So we have a battery, for example, our battery, sensor battery that's connected to our fuse holder junction box, and then that is connected to our controller. The value of the wire, that is zero point 0.5. It's very small, zero point 0.5. So you cannot do the testing because it will be damage our cable, no? So that's why you need to do only the continuity test. And then that's the time during our installations testing, our pre-commissioning testing, but during the commissioning, that's the time we need to know that it's working or not. But the only thing that you do during the construction stages, that's to do only continuity because of the lower value grade of the cable, that is zero point 0.5. Okay, that's what we need to be very careful. That is the precautions. So capacitor indicator or pilot lamps must be disconnected or inaccurate test reading will result. So where any equipment is disconnected for testing purposes, it must be subjected to its own installation test using voltage which is likely to result in damage. The result must conform with a specified British standard concern or be at least zero point 0.5 megaohms, or there is no standard at all. So you need to use this as your reference. Thank you for your watching, and please don't forget like and subscribe in my channel, guys. So see you in the next videos that I will upload it every week. Thank you and have a nice day. God bless all.